What if the life you've always longed for, the abundance, the joy, the unshakable purpose, was never something to chase, but something already planted deep within you? This is more than motivation. This is spiritual growth, a journey of awakening to your true nature and unlocking the divine design that's been there all along. And once you see it, you'll never live the same again. I understand how unbelievable that might sound. It seems too good to be true. But bear with me, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just a hopeful notion. It's a truth confirmed time and again by some of the greatest minds throughout history. And the fact that you've landed on this video, that's no accident. It's a sign that you're seeking something deeper, searching for the answer that's been calling to you from within. There is a power inside of you, a divine creative force that is constantly shaping your reality, whether you are conscious of it or not. It is the same force that lights up the stars, breathes life into every living being, and ensures that all things in existence move in perfect order. What's most astonishing is that this power isn't reserved for a chosen few. It is your divine inheritance as a human being. For centuries, seekers and thinkers alike have tried to unlock the mysterious energy that influences our lives. Yet it was Dr. Ernest Holmes, the visionary behind the science of mind, who brought these truths into clarity and showed us how to access them. He taught that we are not helpless victims of circumstance, but rather co-creators of our reality. Most people, however, drift through life unaware, feeling powerless, imprisoned by their environment, convinced that they are small and stuck. How often have you felt that life was happening to you, rather than something you could actively shape? How many times have you dreamed of something more, only to silence that vision with the belief that it's unattainable? These feelings of limitation seem natural, but Holmes saw them for what they truly are: illusions. They mask the vast potential already alive within us. The truth is that you are a channel for the infinite. The same intelligent, creative energy that forms the very fabric of reality is flowing through you in every instant. You are not separate from that power, you are a direct expression of it. Here's what truly matters. This creative energy is responsive. It listens to your thoughts, aligns with your beliefs, and shapes the events of your life in ways you may not yet fully realize. And the best part? You don't have to blindly believe any of this. As you open yourself to these ideas, evidence will naturally begin to emerge. Synchronicities will become more frequent. Doors will open. Clarity will rise. Purpose will shine through like never before. And in those moments, you'll start to see the truth. You are the creator of your own reality. So if you're ready to break free from old patterns that have held you back, if you're ready to awaken the infinite potential within and step into a life far greater than you've imagined, then let's begin this journey together. Because once you discover who you really are, there's no going back. Your life from that moment on will be transformed. Understanding your identity as a creator is only the beginning. The first real step to unlocking your God-given power lies in realizing your connection to the divine mind. Holmes once said, "Each one of us is an outlet to God and an inlet to God." This means you are not separated from the universal intelligence that orchestrates all of life. You are an essential part of it. You are both the receiver and the transmitter of divine power. It flows through you and into the world. This more clearly, Holmes likened us to rays of the sun, inseparably connected to the infinite source of creation. You are not merely a product of divine intelligence. You are a living, breathing expression of it. The creative force that powers the universe is not distant or abstract. It flows through you, as you, right here and now. Just like each ray carries the sun's warmth and light to everything it touches, so too do you carry the energy of creation wherever you go. You carry the divine essence within you, radiating that sacred energy out into the world. This light is not something that belongs solely to you. It is the boundless energy of the Source, seeking expression through your life. It stands as a reminder that you are never truly separate from the divine, but rather one with it, a unique manifestation of its infinite power in motion. By tuning into this ever-present energy, you can access a limitless reservoir of wisdom, inspiration, and strength. But there's something essential to understand. This divine power isn't merely flowing to you, it's flowing through you. You are not simply a passive observer of life's unfolding. You are an active participant in its creation. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you experience, every belief you hold, is shaping the way your life unfolds, whether or not you choose to acknowledge it. Think of your mind like a thermostat. When you set it to a specific temperature, the entire system begins adjusting itself to maintain that desired setting. If you set your thermostat to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, for instance, your heating or cooling system will work in harmony to sustain that temperature. Likewise, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions act as settings for your life. When you consciously tune them to frequencies like abundance, gratitude, or confidence, your reality begins to reflect that internal setting, creating a powerful, positive feedback loop. Take gratitude as an example. When you feel truly grateful, you begin to notice even more reasons to feel that way. This shift builds momentum, reinforcing your belief in abundance and attracting even more blessings into your experience. But the opposite holds true as well. If your mental thermostat is set to scarcity, self-doubt, or fear, your external world will adjust to match. This creates a negative feedback loop in which limiting beliefs lead to discouraging experiences, which then further confirm those beliefs, trapping you in a self-perpetuating cycle of lack. And the heartbreaking reality is that countless lives have been derailed by such seemingly small differences in mental patterns. Tiny internal shifts, barely noticeable at first, can lead to dramatic changes over time, steering your life in directions you never imagined. It's like two airplanes departing from the same runway with just a 1-degree difference in their trajectories. Initially, the separation appears minimal, but after flying for hundreds of miles, they arrive in entirely different destinations. The same principle applies to your thoughts. A slight mental adjustment today can completely transform your life down the road. When you cultivate a positive mental state, you begin to notice the truth behind what Ernest Holmes meant when he said that life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Your mind acts as a powerful magnet, attracting experiences that mirror your internal state. If you consistently focus on lack and limitation, you'll inevitably find yourself surrounded by more of the same. But if you learn to harness the incredible power of your thoughts and align them with the limitless abundance of the universe, you'll begin to witness what can only be described as miracles. The deeper truth is this: you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. Within you lies the power to shape your life through your beliefs, your imagination, and your inner dialogue. This understanding lies at the very core of what Holmes called the science of mind, the profound realization that your mind is the bridge connecting the infinite potential of the divine to the tangible world you live in. Across many spiritual traditions, God invites us to think the highest and best of Him so that we may fully experience His love and goodness. Holmes echoed this belief, teaching that when we align our thoughts with the infinite love and wisdom of the divine, we begin to perceive the world through a lens of possibility, abundance, and grace. Yet, with such power comes great responsibility. As co-creators with the divine mind, we must remain mindful of the thoughts we choose to think. And just as important as the actions we take are the beliefs we nurture. We must learn to choose love over fear, abundance over lack, and faith over doubt. It's essential that we become conscious stewards of our mental and emotional energy, directing it intentionally toward what is good, true, and beautiful. Naturally, this isn't always an easy path. If it were, we'd all be effortlessly living the lives of our dreams. The truth is, we all carry within us deeply ingrained patterns and limiting beliefs, ones that can feel difficult to release. But the more you consistently practice aligning your mind with the divine's wisdom, the more you'll begin to notice your outer world shifting in what can only be described as miraculous ways. The journey begins with small, deliberate choices made each day. Every time you catch yourself falling into a negative thought loop, pause and make the conscious decision to replace it with a more empowering point of view. Whenever you encounter a challenge, remind yourself that the infinite intelligence of the universe is with you, guiding and supporting your steps. And each time you dream or set a goal, envision it as already accomplished. Feel the joy, the excitement, and the gratitude as if it were already real. One more thing that often goes unspoken: don't share your dreams and goals with others. When you keep them to yourself, you preserve their sacred energy, allowing them the privacy and protection they need to take root and grow. Think of your dreams as seeds. Nurture them in silence, water them with belief, and let them develop strength before unveiling them to the world. As you begin to embody this deeper understanding of your role as a creator, you'll notice your life flowing with an effortless grace, purpose, and alignment. Synchronistic moments and unexpected opportunities will begin to show up, as if the entire universe is conspiring in your favor. You'll feel a greater connection to all of life and develop a profound sense of trust in your personal journey of becoming. Now, transformation doesn't happen in an instant, but it's far better to begin today than to keep waiting. And always remember this: power isn't something you need to earn or go out and find. It already lives within you, quietly waiting to be awakened. You are a divine creation, an embodiment of the very same infinite intelligence that orchestrates the movement of galaxies. You are a unique, living expression of limitless potential. Embrace that truth. Take ownership of your power as a conscious creator of your life, and you will begin to witness shifts and transformations that go far beyond what you once believed was possible. And if part of you still feels uncertain, that's completely understandable. We've all been conditioned to believe we're small, insignificant beings adrift in a vast and indifferent universe. But nothing could be further from the truth. Pause for just a moment and let this reality sink in. The odds of you being born as exactly who you are, with your one-of-a-kind gifts, perspective, and talents, are estimated at 1 in 400 trillion. That's not just rare, it's nothing short of a miracle. You are, in the most literal sense, a once-in-a-universe event. And think about this. Among the billions of videos online, the countless distractions fighting for your attention every single second, you clicked on this one. At this precise moment, on this specific day, in this particular year, It's as if the universe orchestrated every detail to bring you here, right now, to hear this very message. Why? Because the universe has been trying to reach you, whispering softly in your quiet moments, leaving signs on your path, gently nudging you toward the realization of your own incredible power. And now, it's time to listen. You see, the universe isn't some distant, lifeless force. It is alive, aware, and endlessly creative. And here's the astonishing truth. It's not only rooting for you, it's actively working on your behalf. It is guiding you, supporting you, aligning you with the dreams that live inside your heart. They say that if there's something you deeply desire, it's because it's already a part of your destiny. It was meant for you all along. The universe is overflowing with opportunities, abundance, and unimaginable possibilities, all waiting for you to recognize and claim them. And the moment you align yourself with this truth, you'll begin to notice doors opening as if the universe itself is conspiring in your favor. Let's return to one of Ernest Holmes's foundational insights. Life is a mirror, reflecting your innermost thoughts and beliefs. Every experience, every outcome, it all begins within your mind. Think about those moments when you're in a great mood and suddenly the world seems brighter, more welcoming, and cooperative. That's the mirror effect at work, revealing the power of your internal state. But here's the catch. Most of us operate on autopilot. We let our subconscious programming and deeply rooted beliefs dictate our experiences. Without even realizing it, we're projecting these thoughts outward and then wondering why life keeps delivering the same results. That's why awareness becomes the key to transformation. You must become conscious of your mental patterns and begin to deliberately choose the thoughts you want to project into the world. It's like upgrading your mind's software. When you install new, empowering beliefs, your entire reality starts to shift. But Holmes's vision expands this concept even further by identifying a crucial detail. While your thoughts shape your reality, they don't exist in isolation. We live in a world shaped by collective consciousness, through societal norms, cultural expectations, and the beliefs of those around us. These external influences subtly mold what we desire and how we perceive our ability to attain it. Your internal thoughts are like seeds, but the collective consciousness is the soil and climate that determine how those seeds grow. So to truly manifest your desires, you must find balance between your internal beliefs and the external conditions around you. If your thoughts are clear and aligned, but your environment, your habits, relationships, or surroundings is unsupportive, your ideas struggle to take form. As Holmes taught, the mind is like rich, fertile soil, capable of growing anything that's planted in it. But even the most nourishing soil requires care, free from the weeds of doubt and limiting influences, for those seeds to thrive. On the other hand, even a perfect environment can't help you if your mindset is filled with fear or negativity. Holmes believed that the universe mirrors the structure of our beliefs. What you carry within is reflected in the reality you experience. Picture this. You're walking through a grassy field for the first time. The grass is tall, wild, and untouched. But each time you follow that same trail, the grass becomes more flattened, the path more defined, until it becomes your automatic route, one you follow without even thinking. That's how thoughts work. If you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," or "life is unfair," you reinforce those pathways in your brain, making them habitual and difficult to break. But when you begin choosing thoughts like, "I am capable," or "opportunities are abundant," you start forming entirely new trails. With consistency, These empowering beliefs become your default mindset, reshaping how you engage with the world and ultimately transforming the outcomes you experience. This, in essence, is the process Holmes described as aligning your mind with the infinite creative force, a sacred meeting point where science and spirituality converge to shift your reality. Now you might be asking yourself, if this power is always within me, why don't I feel it? That's a great question, and the answer is both simple and profound. You're already using this power every single day, whether you realize it or not. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you experience, every belief you carry, they all tap into this universal energy. The difference lies not in whether you possess this power, but in whether you are using it unconsciously or consciously. Ernest Holmes understood this vital distinction and offered a practical tool to help align yourself with the creative force within, a method so simple, yet so profoundly life-changing that it can shift your entire perception. He called it the mental switch. Picture a light switch in your mind. When you flip it on, you activate your connection to the infinite power of the universe. But this is more than just a visualization. It's a conscious act of redirecting your thoughts and emotions toward possibility, expansion, and creation instead of limitation or fear. Let's try it right now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine a switch inside your mind. Now flip that switch. As you do, picture a golden, radiant energy flowing through your body, filling every cell with vitality, clarity, and strength. This is the energy of creation itself, the very same force that fuels the stars and orchestrates all of life. What makes this mental switch so powerful is its ability to immediately shift your focus. Instead of remaining stuck in fear, self-doubt, or inertia, you realign with the truth of who you are, a divine, unique expression of infinite intelligence. And science supports this. Neuroscience has shown that visualization activates the same neural pathways as actually performing an action. So when you visualize flipping this mental switch, your brain interprets it as real, strengthening your connection to this inner power in a tangible way. Holmes often reminded us that life is not something to endure, but something to fully live. This practice perfectly reflects that belief. Each time you flip the switch, you're choosing to step into life with awareness, as a conscious co-creator rather than a passive observer. You can apply this tool anytime. Facing a difficult situation, flip the switch. Feeling stuck, uninspired, or overwhelmed? Flip the switch. Even when life is going well, use it. Flipping the switch reinforces your awareness of the creative energy flowing through all things. Like building a muscle, the more consistently you practice, the stronger your connection becomes. This technique isn't about controlling every outcome. Rather, it's about aligning with the field of infinite possibilities already present within you and all around you. Holmes taught that when we intentionally align our thoughts and beliefs with universal energy, life begins to unfold in remarkable, often unexpected ways. Doors open, solutions arise, and a sense of flow replaces struggle. But like any powerful tool, the mental switch draws its strength from regular use. Make it a daily habit, a sacred ritual that reconnects you with your divine essence. With time, this simple practice can do more than rewire your mindset. It can reshape your entire reality. So, are you ready to flip the switch and step into the life you've always dreamed of? Holmes reminded us that this creative force isn't something we must chase down or earn. It's already within you, as natural and constant as gravity. Just as gravity holds the planets in their perfect orbits without any effort on your part, this universal energy is always working, responding to the beliefs and thoughts you hold. Think of it like photosynthesis in plants. A plant doesn't need to figure out how to turn sunlight into energy. It simply responds to light as part of its nature. In the same way, you don't need to force divine power to work on your behalf. It's built into your very being. The key is learning to align with it consciously, just as a plant instinctively turns toward the sun. Or consider something as basic as your breath. You don't have to remind yourself to inhale and exhale, it happens naturally. And just like the breath that flows in and out of your lungs all day, effortlessly, quietly sustaining your life, this creative energy moves through you. It continuously shapes your experience, whether or not you're aware of it. But if this power is so natural, so fundamental to who we are, then why isn't everyone manifesting their desires instantly? The answer lies in what Ernest Holmes called the mental equivalent, and what modern quantum physics now describes as quantum coherence. For manifestation to occur, your conscious desires must be in alignment with your subconscious beliefs. Without that inner harmony, the energy of your intention becomes fragmented, scattered across conflicting patterns, and unable to crystallize into physical form. Now, what I'm about to share may sound far-fetched, but quantum mechanics has confirmed it beyond doubt. Just as electricity flows through a conductor, so too does consciousness flow through what physicists refer to as the quantum field, an invisible interconnected matrix holding the raw potential of all that can ever exist. Here is where science converges with Holmes's deeply spiritual insights. He described the creative process as a divine trinity of spirit, law, and body. Spirit is the conscious observer. You, the thinker, the one who initiates desire. The law is the quantum field of infinite possibility, where all outcomes reside until one is selected. And the body represents the collapsed wave function, your physical reality manifested by your inner beliefs and intentions. Holmes understood this long before quantum theory gave it language. When your thoughts, the spirit, interact with the law, the quantum field, they produce the body, your lived experience. This isn't philosophical abstraction. It's the actual framework of creation itself. When your conscious desires line up with your subconscious belief system, you enter a state of quantum coherence. In that alignment, the universe responds with clarity and precision, forming your desires into tangible reality. Right now, even in this very moment, quantum physics teaches us that everything, your future, your dreams, your heart's deepest desires, exists in what's known as quantum superposition. Imagine it as an infinite ocean of parallel possibilities, all existing at once. But what truly makes this fascinating is Holmes's metaphor of electricity. Just as electricity is invisible until intentionally channeled, the power of the universe remains unmanifest until it is directed by your focused awareness. Modern quantum science has confirmed this phenomenon through what's known as the observer effect, the astonishing discovery that particles actually change their behavior when observed. Think of it like throwing two stones into a still pond. The ripples from each stone resemble the quantum waves created by your thoughts. When these waves align, when your conscious desires are in resonance with your subconscious beliefs, they create constructive interference. This is the moment manifestation begins to take physical form. This is what I call the quantum lock. The instant your awareness collapses, all other probability waves and latches onto your chosen reality. It's precisely what Holmes meant when he said, "The universe must correspond to the mental equivalent held in the subjective mind." And now, decades later, science is finally catching up to what he taught so long ago. Reflect on this. Every time you've achieved something you truly, deeply desired, you unknowingly activated this principle. Your focused awareness collapsed the infinite possibilities of the quantum field into one, into the reality you wanted. But here's the crucial insight most people miss. It wasn't just your conscious thoughts at work. It was your entire being, your mind, heart, emotions, and spirit, resonating in harmony with that vision. But if this power is so natural, so deeply embedded in the fabric of our being, why isn't everyone effortlessly manifesting their desires? The answer, as Ernest Holmes explained, lies in what he called the mental equivalent, and what modern quantum physics identifies as quantum coherence. Your conscious desires must be in alignment with your subconscious beliefs for this coherence to take place. Let's break this down into the 6 essential steps of what we'll call quantum resonance manifestation. 1. Quantum state activation. Every desire you have already exists as a potential within the quantum field. The moment you focus on that desire, you activate that specific possibility, initiating the journey toward making it real. 2. Wave function. Collapse. When you give your full, undivided attention to your desire, you collapse the infinite field of possibilities into a single chosen outcome. This is what Holmes referred to as treatment, a clear, affirmative declaration of what you intend to create. 3. Quantum entanglement. As your thoughts and energy align, they become entangled with your desired outcome. Holmes called this the mental equivalent, a state where your mind and your goal are resonating in perfect harmony, reflecting one another. 4. Resonant frequency. Sustaining your focus on this desire produces a consistent energetic frequency, like tuning into a specific radio station. That frequency begins to attract matching people, opportunities, and conditions, magnetizing them into your reality. 5. Conscious alignment. As you hold your desire in mind, your beliefs and behaviors begin shifting to support it naturally. This is why Holmes emphasized deeply knowing your goal is possible, not just hoping or wishing, but embodying that belief with certainty. 6. Physical manifestation. At last, your desire begins to take form in the physical world. This process, known in quantum science as decoherence, is when the wave of probability settles into concrete reality, solid, visible, and real. Think of your consciousness like a quantum lighthouse. Just as a lighthouse doesn't create ships, but guides them safely to shore, your consciousness doesn't create infinite possibilities. It selects and collapses them into form through focused intention. This brings us to the turning point, the moment of real transformation. Everything you have learned about quantum energy and conscious creation is about to move from theory to power, actual spiritual power. But before we move forward, it is important to consider what Holmes called the great discovery. What happens in your mind must happen in your reality. Not maybe, which is certain. This is where Holmes's spiritual philosophy becomes a living roadmap. His most impactful technique, spiritual mind treatment, offers a systematic way to align your consciousness with divine truth and manifest your intentions. Let's explore the 5 foundational steps. 1. Recognition. Begin by acknowledging the infinite presence and power of the divine. You might affirm, there is one infinite presence. It is all-knowing, all-loving, and all-powerful. 2. Unification. Affirm your unity with this divine force. I am one with the infinite. Its wisdom, love, and creativity flow through me now. 3. Realization. Declare your intention as already accomplished. I am abundant in every area of my life. Opportunities and resources come to me with ease. 4. Thanksgiving. Express gratitude as if your desire has already manifested. Thank you, Divine Presence, for bringing this reality into being. 2. Release. Let go and trust the process. I release this intention into the divine law, knowing that it is done. Practice this daily, and observe as your world begins to transform in extraordinary ways. Holmes also taught about the law of circulation, that life operates on a dynamic reciprocal principle. Whatever you give out, energy, intention, love, returns to you multiplied. To activate this law, begin with a simple yet powerful exercise. Identify one meaningful way to give generously today. Whether you choose to share your time, extend kindness, or offer financial support, do so without any expectation of return. As you give, speak this affirmation: I am a channel for divine abundance. What I give, I receive in greater measure. This conscious practice not only strengthens the flow of abundance in your life, but also transforms your mindset from one of scarcity to one of plenty. Holmes firmly believed in the transformative power of daily rituals to ground us in divine connection. Each morning, dedicate just 10 minutes to this aligning exercise. Find a quiet space and sit peacefully, visualizing a golden thread that connects your mind to the... With every deep breath you take, imagine divine energy pouring into you, filling your body and mind with clarity, strength, and purpose. As you breathe, affirm aloud, I align my thoughts, beliefs, and actions with divine wisdom. I am an open channel for abundance, love, and joy. Conclude this practice by visualizing your day unfolding with perfection, full of synchronicities and opportunities aligned with your highest good. This simple ritual sets the energetic tone for your day and deepens your spiritual connection. Holmes also emphasized the necessity of mental housekeeping to remove limiting beliefs and negativity. Each evening, take time to reflect on your day and write down any negative thoughts, doubts, or fears you encountered. Next to each of them, write a positive truth to replace it. For instance, if your thought was, I'm not good enough, replace it with I am more than enough, and I am worthy of success. Just before bed, read these positive truths aloud and feel their reality deep within you. This process clears away mental clutter and reinforces empowering beliefs that serve your growth. Another powerful method Holmes taught is the visioning practice, based on the truth that the mind responds deeply to visualization. To try it, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Begin to picture your ideal life in as much vivid detail as possible. See yourself living that reality. Hear the sounds, feel the emotions, embrace the experience. Spend at least 5 minutes fully immersed in this vision. As you do, affirm, this is my reality. I align with it now, and it manifests in perfect timing. Practicing this regularly builds what Holmes called the mental equivalent of your desires, aligning your internal state with the external reality you seek. As Holmes so often reminded us, within you lies a reservoir of limitless potential. The real question is, will you choose to recognize it? These exercises are not merely spiritual techniques, they represent a new way of being. The more consistently you engage with them, the more deeply you align with the infinite power that lives within you. Your thoughts become focused, your energy coherent, and your actions intentional. But always remember, this journey isn't about forcing change. It's about surrendering to the flow of the universe and allowing it to move through you. The moment you release resistance and truly align with this truth, the universe begins to respond in miraculous ways that will leave you speechless. Holmes taught that life is a sacred partnership between the individual and the infinite. You are not separate from this divine force, you are a living expression of it. So ask yourself, are you ready to step into your role as a co-creator of reality? Are you prepared to claim the abundance, love, and joy that are rightfully yours? Begin with these practices. Let them lead you and watch your life transform in ways that once seemed impossible. The truth is, the infinite has always been waiting for you. All that's left is for you to say yes. Each thought you think, each intention you set, and each moment you focus is an invitation to create anew. And yet, Holmes reminded us, the process is never about struggle or force. It's about alignment. As you bring your thoughts, beliefs, and actions into harmony with the infinite, life begins to flow with grace. See this path not as a fight for control, but as a graceful dance with the universe. A rhythm you were always meant to move with. When you take inspired action, the universe responds, opening doors you never even knew existed. As Holmes once said, you already hold within you a limitless potential. The only question that remains is whether you're ready to recognize it. The truth is, you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to begin. That moment is already here, right now. So start. Start small, if you must. Practice gratitude, align your mind with divine wisdom, and trust that the universe is partnering with you every step of the way. If you've made it this far, you're already walking the path of transformation. But remember, knowledge alone isn't enough. It's time to embody and apply these spiritual truths. That's why I'm inviting you to take part in the 30-Day Manifestation Challenge. Over the next 30 days, you'll commit to practicing the spiritual mind treatment daily, affirming your desires as though they've already been fulfilled. And whenever you feel stuck, turn to the gratitude reset. Begin each morning by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This single habit can powerfully shift your vibration. Every day, take 5 minutes to visualize your dream life in vivid detail. See it, feel it, believe in it. As you move through this journey, journal your progress. Note the synchronicities, the opportunities, and the breakthroughs that arise. These are signs that your alignment is working, that divine wisdom is guiding you. By committing to these daily practices, you'll begin to witness real change, some subtle, some profound. And yes, all this can begin before the year even ends. This is your moment to step into the new year already aligned with the life you were meant to live. If you're ready to accept this 30-day journey, comment below. I'm in for 30 days. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's share our experiences and support one another along the way. Don't just watch, take action. Like this video, subscribe for more transformative insights, and share it with someone who's ready to unlock their own potential. And before you go, leave a comment. What is the one dream or desire you're ready to manifest before this year ends? Let's create space for each other's breakthroughs. Because the power to create your dream life is already within you. Let's activate it, starting now.